Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, I've got some exciting news. As you can see behind me, I have the base of the cabinets up on the wall and painted, styles painted and everything. All I have to do for these four cabinets is add the doors, and I did not do that only because I had to set up my router and get that going. I was going to try and do the mortise and tenons with the table saw, but it's just it's too hard for me. So I'm going to use my table router. But this took forever, and as you can see, this is the beginning of the process of the change for the entire workshop. So the walls, that particular wall is now gray. That wall was white. The other two walls are still white, but they are going to be gray to match that wall. And I think they came out pretty good. The red looks pretty sharp and it matches my toolbox. The cabinets that are going to be at the bottom are going to be red as well. And it's going to be mostly, if not all, drawers, because I really don't have a whole lot of need for big cubby space. That's what I have that for. And there's a big ugly dent right there, which I sort of spackled with some old compound, but it dried up really ugly. I don't care, it's going to be behind the shelves anyway, behind the cabinets. But that's what we've got so far. So I already started cleaning up some of the stuff and filling that in. I already have the shelves. I haven't put them in there yet because I want to get the doors mounted. That's going to happen this coming weekend. So this weekend I will post another video that will actually have the door, the shaker doors, done. I was going to put 5 cabinets up, but I don't know if you guys can see that hot water vapor catcher, steam catcher. That thing is in the way of the 5th cabinet. So even though I built the 5th cabinet, I didn't take into account the spacing for that. So I'm going to have to mod the cabinet to get it in there, or at least half of it. So it'll have one more cabinet space up there, and then I'll start on the cabinets at the bottom. But before I do that, so my big delay in posting another video was that it was taking me forever just to get going with deciding what I was gonna do in which step. So in order to get the cabinets mounted, I needed to have the walls painted. So I ordered my paint gun. The paint gun is great, by the way. It's the HomeRite paint gun. You see it up there. It's called the Finish Max. That gun works great. I reduced the paint by for 24 ounce can of paint. I put 2 ounces of water and 2 ounces of Floetrol, and that made it shoot just beautifully. I covered up all the floors in here with plastic, and there was some overspray. It wasn't horrible, but I covered everything in plastic, so nothing got spray on it. And they came out great. I used the same gun for the walls and for the cabinets. The cabinets took no time to paint, and there's no way I would have finished in the amount of time that I did if I had hand brushed or rolled it onto the cabinets. So I really appreciate that electric sprayer. There's plenty of space in there. As you can see, they're huge cabinets. Those are 40 by 32. So they're really big cabinets. They're way bigger than normal kitchen or bathroom cabinets. And with the space at the bottom, I'm not going to be short of any space at all. You guys can't see that wall over there right now, but it's white and it's got my shoe rack and my wife's books and stuff from her school. So I'm going to change all that as well so that it all has the red cabinets. But let me tell you a little bit about the cabinets themselves. So this cabinet here was the very first one that I mounted, and I changed my entire engineering process after I did that cabinet, because I actually put the style on that cabinet, and in order to get the cabinet mounted, I had to have the backing in there already so that I can drill through into the studs on the frames that are gonna lag onto the wall. And it was really hard to do that with that back panel in there. So what I did for the other 3 cabinets is I painted all the cabinets at the same time, but only one of them had the style. The other 3 did not have the style. So I was able to just beautifully lag those on the wall. I butt them up against each other, mounted them with lag bolts, only 2-inch, they're wood screws actually, but I lagged them into the studs, and they're only 2.5-inch length, so that way I know I wouldn't pierce anything if I wouldn't have gone past the stud, is what I'm saying. And to get the backing under was much easier, so once I lagged them into the wall studs, I was able to get the backing on, brad nail those on, and then get the stiles on. And brad nail those on. So it was a little bit of reverse engineering from the first one, but it worked great. I think they look awesome. Once the doors are on there, they're going to look fantastic. I already have all of the wood cut for the doors. I have a 1/4-inch sheet over there, 4x8. That's going to be the doors, and that should suffice for all of the doors. And then after that is done with the doors, I'm going to start gutting this wall. Let me flip this around so you can see it a little bit. But this wall was way more busy than what it is now. You can see backpacks and electrical cable and all kinds of other junk that I have hanging on the walls here. All that stuff's going to be gone. That wall will be gray as well. All of the wood that you see down there, I got to find a storage spot for it somewhere. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it up there, because that's a nice long, like 8-foot run right there. So I might just have wood storage up there. And that wall will be empty, and it will be painted gray, and it'll match that wall. And there's not going to be any cabinets there, because this is where I'm going to park my car, but I'm going to put my TV there. I think that's going to be cool. And then the other important upgrade to the shop, once I get that done, is the lighting. I've already started looking at the lighting. 50,000 lumens is a lot of lights. I know one of the guys from the other channels did 50,000 lumens. It's really bright and I like it, but I think 30 to 40,000 will be enough for me, and that's already like 8 of the linked up LED lights, so it should be plenty bright in here, and it'll actually help with the woodworking too, make it more precise. But yeah, so that's what's going on with the channel right now. I do have a couple of videos that I'm gonna add in here so that you see how I got the stiles put together. There's a lot of pocket holes, just a lot of pocket holes, a lot of brad nails. Getting those stiles to join together with the pocket holes perfectly is not the easiest thing in the world, so I highly suggest that when you're putting the L's together for the stiles, that you get them together, you clamp them, and you drive a 2-inch brad through it. Then you make your screw lag from the pocket hole. Otherwise, they kind of tend to shift around, and you'll get like one board higher than the other. So I experienced that, and I was able to figure it out with the brad nail though, and that helped a lot. And glue, of course. But I'm really happy with how it came out, and now I can spend a little bit of time with my wife, because I've been working on this thing for weeks, and I know it's taken me a long time to post the video, but honestly, just to get everything out of this area and prepping for paint and then painting and getting those things done. My kid came over a couple of days ago and helped me mount them up on the wall, so I'm thankful for that. To my boy Evan and my son Ian. Actually, my daughter Sam helped me too, so I've got to count them all in. So yeah, that's what's going on, and hopefully next video you guys see, those will all be sealed off with the doors, and it'll look a lot nicer. And then we'll start on this wall, painting that wall, getting the television mounted, getting the LED lights done. Then after that's done, we'll start with that wall, stripping everything out of there. That wall, I'll show you that wall too, I guess. So that wall, like I said, is also a hot mess, but it's got a shoe rack, and there's the other cabinet that I made, by the way. It's too long, obviously, because of that dissipation canister. But I'm gonna get all new long cabinets over there that are gonna match with the red paint, and doors. I think I'm gonna put sliding doors on the shoe rack, and then this should be a really nice looking shop, I hope. Somewhere where I can just hang out and veg. Alright guys, so I think that's it for this week's video, and I'm going to try and post a little bit more often. This video took really long for me to do, only because there was really just a lot of work to do in here, cleanup wise, and then painting, prepping, painting, building those things, getting the styles done, working on the doors, figuring out how I'm gonna make the tenon, mortise and tenon, digging out my old router table, putting that together. So there's been a lot of stuff going on here. So I do apologize for the late video, but anyway, there it is. All right, to my whole 2 or 3 subscribers, whatever it is now. I'll let you guys know how many subscribers I have next week, but I think it's like 4 or 5. All right, see you guys next week. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and don't forget to build something, do something, have some fun. See ya.